In this lecture, we'll be taking a look at how we can create MoonJs applications using the moon-cli. So if you remember, in our initial lectures, we saw how to install moon-cli at global level. Over here, if you feel like installing it all over again, you can do so by going inside the directory and typing this command npm install -g moon-cli. Pressing enter will install this at the global level. Now, you might come under a scenario where your directory contains spaces. For instance, in my case, my username contains a space. Now, this is going to create some issues when you will be running the moon create command to create moon projects. In order to resolve that, what you need to do is open up mooncli.min.js file, and you need to copy this path. At your end, you'll have to run this statement for then space %i space in bracket dot do echo % symbol s and capital I. So this is going to give you the DOS path for your directory where your moon-cli is installed. You need to copy this whole thing, and once you have copied it, open any editor. For instance, in my case, I have used Notepad++, and you can see that I have pasted this whole thing over here where you are getting this moontemplate.tar.gz. Now, remember to put 2 backward slashes. If you'll just put 1, it's not going to identify the path, and you will get errors in case your directory has this space in between where your moon-cli has been installed. So once you will provide it in this manner, you're all good to go. Then in your Visual Studio Code, you need to write this command moon create and then moon-api. Moon-api is the name of the application that we'll be creating, and here we will be covering how we can communicate with APIs, REST-based APIs using Moon. So let's go ahead and do this now. So you can see that we have created the application now, and it has created some files. Let's go ahead and explore them. So inside Moon API directory, you'll find gitignore package.json, webpack.config.js, and then we have this src directory. Now src has images, view, main.css, main.html, main.js. Let's open main.html, and here you can see we have a id root for a div. This is going to act as a placeholder, and if you open main.js, all it's doing is running moon.use and then moon.run. So pretty much the same stuff that we have been exploring till now, but now we will be exploring it using the moon create project. And here you can see we have imported few things like import view from view index. So here we have the view directory and then the index.js, and this is what we are importing. We have home.js as well, which is getting this div. So if I have to run this page now, then we'll have to follow these instructions. Like, we'll first of all have to go inside the directory. So let's go inside the cd moon API directory. We'll say cd moon API, and once inside the directory, we need to do some installations. So we'll go say npm install. Once that's done, you need to run another command called npm run dev. So let's do that and press enter now. You'll get the website up and running at localhost port 8081. Now, a couple of things to note over here. In case you try running npm run dev and you come across this error message, node env equals development webpack dev server config webpack.config, this error message can be resolved easily by running a command called npm install -g is for global level win-node-env. So once you've installed this one, it will resolve the issue that I'm mentioning over here, and then you can go ahead and run the command all over again, npm run dev, and once that's done, you'll be able to view the site which we have created using the moon create command. Now, In the next lecture, we'll be exploring more on how to work with APIs using MoonJs.